important is sex in a relationship?
That thing is very important now. It's the most important thing. Not the most important thing, but of course, it's at least I would say 99.9 of the relationship.
Jesus.
Well, it's very important. See, let us be real and factual here. The reason why I said it's 99.9, even the 0.01%, I don't really know where to place it in the relationship. In these days, no, I'm coming. I'm coming. This is the reason why people end up being with people they don't, and at the end of the day, they cheat on their partner because they don't want to own up to that fact that the sex in the relationship is the most important thing. For me, as an individual, if I don't enjoy sex with somebody, I can't marry that person.
Okay, can I just ask you a question?
Yeah.
So are you giving like just a random number, or you actually believe like it's 99.9% of the relationship? Because is that what you believe? Like for real, or are you just exaggerating the number?
I'm not exaggerating.
So you're not exaggerating?
Actually, for me, because I don't want to be in my marriage, I'm not expecting myself to cheat. Or even if it's in a relationship, if I'm not enjoying it, that's sex.
Okay.
Then there's no point being in that relationship.
No, but my question is...
So it's almost like 100%, I would say.
Me too, the sex is not good. I don't think I can stay, man.
So what's the point of the relationship?
So 100%, right?
No, don't get me wrong.
That's your number, right?
Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of things that are important in the relationship that I would look at in the lady before I even decide to go in a relationship with that lady. For example, beauty, character, attitude.
That's him.
But then, having looked at all those things, if I'm not getting 100% in the relationship, who will I forget?
Wait.
In sex.
Bro, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So you think a relationship should be built on sex?
No, that's not.
Bro, if you say 99.9% of a relationship, then what I said.
Loyalty, trust, respect.
Well, he just explained himself. Wait, you guys don't get confused. He explained himself, and I heard him. He explained himself, and I said what he meant, that there's a lot of things that go into his own consideration of wifing the girl. And he said all those stuff like beauty, her character, all those stuff. And we all know that loyalty, all those stuff we're talking about goes into character, so we understand what he's saying.
Which I would have looked at.
Sex is part of what the sex that is important.
Do you guys want me to clarify? Let me come again. Okay, now, when you see a girl, all these other things, all these other factors you're talking about, those are the factors you would have actually taken note of or considered before you end up marrying that person. True or false?
Sure.
So, because I'm talking in relationship, I'm not just limiting it to boyfriend and girlfriend, We could, if you're talking on that level, then you can probably bring down my rating. But when I'm talking about relationship, I want to lead to marriage. Because for me, if I'm in a relationship with someone, what's the point? If I'm not looking forward to marrying this person, So, all these other factors are things I already looked at before I'm saying, okay, I'm in a serious relationship with someone. If I want to date a girl, if she's not, of course,
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So sex is a very defining factor for you, right? Okay, so what if you're not good in bed?
Oh! Why can't you just assume that?
She's not assuming. Because she has not experienced it. She's not experienced it.
Yeah, okay, so she can't
So
assume.
yeah, you have.
It sounded like she was assuming.
No. If you have all these expectations of this girl, okay, she meets your
No,
standards.
not expectation of
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
The sex is she's really good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, she's met your standard, but what if you're not good? And to her, it's the same thing. 99% should she leave you?
Okay, now that's what it is. See, when it comes to I have to take a chill pill before I actually respond and probably even accuse back. See, when it comes to
Yeah,
no.
okay. Well, I think you all get it. I've made that before.
I'm still asking.
Can you guys let him talk?
Yeah, just answer my
Just let him talk. Let's see. Okay.
So now, based on your question, if she's also someone of my view, I want to clarify here that I am talking in respect of someone I want to settle down with. Because I don't want to cheat on her. Do you get my point?
She doesn't want to cheat on you.
She doesn't want to cheat. Yeah, good point. She doesn't want to cheat on me either. And for me, as far as I'm concerned, as an individual, right? If I'm doing it with someone for the first time, there's a lot of things, because for every individual, what gives them satisfaction in sex is different. So it's not the same for everybody. And it's my responsibility as an individual to look and study the lady and see, okay, what is that thing that makes her get to that climax? You know what I mean?
But you can still suck.
You can still suck. Trust me.
You're not answering the question.
No.
What if-
No, I can't. That's the point. I can't.
See,
If that's where you want to go, I can't.
This is a personal question. Wait, this is a personal question.
Because
Let me tell you why.
Yeah, because,
Let me tell you why I was saying that.
Eat booty,
Because
bro.
we could go back to the
Eat
people.
ass or each other.
Wait,
I want to make sure. Feed ass, and I know you're about that life. You have to eat ass, you have to eat pussy. Then I know you call son.
No, I
Do
just.
you eat ass, yes or no? Well, no, if you suck or you don't.
what?
Wait, no, I just have a statement to make.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's where I say, like, there's a fine line to what you're saying. Because you can say that there's no way I can fail, but I can tell you, since we have to speak from experience, right? If we go back to the
What experience? You don't have experience with me.
No,
Exactly.
that's not what I'm talking
Nice.
about. That's
So
not what I'm
direct.
saying. But I did finish. But
It's
you are just
okay,
Let me
okay,
finish.
go ahead.
I can tell you from my own personal experience.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's clear.
The people I have been with, if I went back and asked them the same question, they probably say the same thing. There's no way I can fail.
But did they say?
No, I didn't
See,
say
like-
there's no way I can fail.
But did they say?
You know, before I
No, but did they say?
said,
So,
there's no way I can
No,
fail.
that argument is invalid.
No, it's not invalid because
This is a
it's-
personal question,
no,
right? The
for
personal
you-
question, you have to
for you-
answer it your own way.
No,
If he
I
knows
get
he's good
it.
in
I
bed,
get
you
it.
can't tell him he's not good in bed. How do you know he's
That's
not
not
good
what
in
I'm
bed?
trying to say. My point is, you said there's no way I cannot.
But before I said that, I gave an explanation, right? You're not mentioning that part where I said when I meet someone and I'm in a relationship with someone, I'm interested in the person getting satisfied. That's why I'm going to study. For every individual, different things make them get to their climax. So for the girl, I want to know what makes her get to a climax. If I can get that key, that's the key.
I'm asking
So
you.
what he's basically saying is,
I just need the
put in
key.
work. He's putting
The
work.
key will always open the door every time. Just put the key. You key, put the key. Yeah. It's just getting to know the key. That's what
Okay,
it's
but I
all
have a
about.
question. What if you meet a girl
Yeah.
and she wants to wait, so you fall in love with this girl, and you're waiting, you're like, okay, cool, and you fall in love with her, and maybe the
see,
I can't.
Maybe-
I can't. There's no love there.
In this modern world,
I can't. There's no love.
Are you saying that girls that don't wait?
Yo, you should say, you should have to wait.
Yeah, wait.
Yes, we wait. Go and find the man that will wait.
how long will you wait?
I will tell you I will wait.
I'll wait. And not them wait. See,
Wait for
when
what?
you want to wait, you also putting yourself in a serious
Okay, yo.
situation here. You're waiting, you don't even know how good the guy is. You married someone, the guy cannot satisfy you.
No,
And
There
then
is not finding out problems. That's not finding out
because women, when they don't get satisfied, they might not even, some of them come out, own up, say it. Some, they won't. They just keep it within themselves. And that thing build up hatred because they're not getting that level of satisfaction. You see, I'm talking from experience. From what I've heard, what I've seen, African women, so to speak. Because here in Canada,
I generalize them.
women, they have the voice, they can always speak up. But
It's not
from-
African.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. From Africa,
Okay.
women do not, some people will not want to say what is actually happening with their husband. And that's because they make the mistake of getting in that marriage without knowing maybe this person will always take me to a climax.
Wait, wait.
Or they wait and then they have it and then they learn from each other because you're assuming because
Or
we're waiting
it's
that
sex
it's
is
gonna
not
be
anything
bad.
for
Exactly.
you.
Or they're
Yo.
capable of waiting because you know what sex is a
Because I can
they
tell
don't
you
value
that-
sex where it's like
Yo,
I don't hate
can
it.
I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's be realistic, right?
Yeah.
With everything we do, you're gonna get tired of it. You're gonna get bored. Like with intercourse, if you're basing your entire relationship on intercourse, to be honest, Okay? You're gonna get not gonna get bored, you're gonna get used to it. It's like that first pair of shoes you bought, the one you wanted the whole time, you loved it. You're gonna get that shoe, you're gonna wear it, you're gonna carry on wearing it, and you're gonna get tired of it. With sex, with intercourse actually, there's so much you can do in a relationship. You can like, oh, let's try this, let's try this, let's try this. You're gonna get to a point where you've done it all. Now what?
And I think
Now what are you gonna do? All of us, like, you're gonna get to a point, if you've been in a long-term relationship, you're gonna get to a point where let's try this, let's try this. You're gonna get bored. You're gonna be like, oh fuck, I'm out of here, I didn't go
Because
find
there's
it.
nothing to fall back on.
Yeah.
So if you're basing your relationship,
No.
if your relationship is based on sex,
Well, maybe my own understanding of the question is wrong then. The question says,
I know that's what.
Sex-
No,
what's the
what's
question?
the question?
What's the question again?
how important is
No one's answering the
How
question.
important is sex? We're not talking about when you get bored.
no, I'm gonna take what you say. You said it's 99%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Biologically speaking, yes. In a man's mind, sex is really important because at the end of the day, you guys want to reproduce biologically. That is a point, right? But yes, sex to me is important in a relationship. I think it depends though. I mean, if you're only dating somebody, it's not really important to me because I don't want to just give myself to that person. I want to be in a relationship with that person. But for me, sex is important because it's that intimacy, right? It's that way to connect with someone. If you're really in love with that person, sex is amazing, you know? Like at the end of the day, maybe you have an argument with that person. You can go and have sex with them and things will just be okay after that. But like, I think sex is important to me because
But all those emotions are,
I'm a woman though, that's like, the emotions are, I mean, I'm not saying men aren't capable of feeling the way that way. If they really love a girl, of course they'll feel that way. They'll really love that person,
Those
right?
emotions are temporary.
Sorry?
The emotions are temporary.
Yeah.
Temporary.
I feel like they're
Yeah, they're
temporary.
temporary.
They won't understand.
If
They
they're
won't
not,
understand
if they're
that.
not genuine, they're
I'm
temporary.
telling you,
If
like.
they're genuine, I don't think they're temporary.
That's why
They can't explain that question. They can't answer that question because women are not built to love that way. That question is for the guy.
Wait, can you explain it? What do you mean by they're temporary?
What?
Yeah,
from
what
what?
do you mean?
Like, yo, today, you know what? I'm on better side. Today, I'm gonna be civilized. Yo, to be honest, right? To be honest, if we all like our world is fucked up right now, we're getting like the divorce rate is unbelievable because we're all basing our relationship on fucking sex.
Yeah.
If we all just use sex for what it was made for, reproduce and carry on moving, everyone would be happy.
Yeah.
To be honest, like people wouldn't cheat. I wouldn't be craving to go sleep with another girl.
and I think social
Now
media
we've made it into. Look, I'm saying like yo, the feelings are temporary. We've made it like, oh my gosh, I love them. You know how many girls you sleep with and you give them like a good dick and straight away like, oh, I'm in love. No, that's a lie. You're
Okay,
not fucking in love.
I'm sorry, but how many guys do we see that have perfect girlfriends? Very fine, hot as fuck.
And they
that still
still-
go and cheat with the ugliest of that. So sex is not a factor. When it comes to cheating. So that point is like out totally.
No.
You are contributing cheating to
That's
sex.
it,
That's what you just did now.
No.
That's what you just did now.
Bro,
You are contributing cheating. So the reason why like there's divorces with people cheat is because like
The ugliest
yeah,
girl-
I'm trying to tell you that sex is not a main factor for cheating and divorcing.
no, I did not say that.
It's not a main factor. So that point is not.
Listen to me.
No, I think what
I
he's
didn't say
trying
that.
to say is that people go cheating because basically if you're cheating, you're sleeping with somebody else, right?
Basically, we've made
Not
it.
necessary. You can
He
have
says they are basing their relationship on sex, and then he brought up the part of divorce, right, and infidelity. True or false? True. Relating sex to what? Cheating and divorce. And I'm trying to tell him that. Like, give him an example. If you say,
If you remember what I said, right? I said, yo, if people just use sex for like what it was meant for, right?
What is it meant for?
Reproducing.
No.
sex is
No.
See, even if the Bible says,
No, that's not the only
Sex-
one. That's not the only thing.
Take out the Bible. Take out the Bible.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, even the Bible says,
When God created Adam and Eve,
Oh my God.
when God started creation in the first place, He created everything. Then He created Adam, and when He finished creating Adam, He was like, okay, Adam started naming all the animals, the plants, and everything. And then God himself discovered that, okay, this guy is not complete. And I'm going to give him someone that is going to be like him, someone that will reason along with him. And at that point, well, I'm not God, but we don't know. God does not look into maybe they would actually fall at that point in time. But then after creation, when he brought in Eve, and he made Eve from Adam's rib, right? And two of them, they started mating. But it's not just reproduction right from. It's not the purpose.
No.
When you discuss social issues, I'm going to tell you this much. When you discuss social issues, I guess you're speaking from your own belief and your perspective.
Yeah.
But I can contradict your statement in so many ways. That's why it's very, very, very crucial that you don't bring religion into this discussion and base it on facts. And there's a reason.
No. What is fact? No. That is true. That is true. No. What is fact?
Wait, to listen to opinions, true or false?
But
you can't say facts.
I'm not being.
No, but you can't tell him that he references
That's
the
not
Bible.
my point.
That's what you are going to, though.
It's not about reference.
So we know what she's going to.
Okay? If you bring that, I can bring up so many relationships. I can bring up statistics where women are not satisfied in a relationship, yet they still stay. Why? Because they love the guy. But you said that it's created for intimacy.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like, what I'm trying to tell you is that when you bring the Bible up, right, and you explain it that way, there's other ways that we can contradict it.
Definitely.
Of course, there's always a way.
So what's wrong with him bringing up? Why don't you contradict it then?
I just did.
She's just saying that she's saying there's
So
other
let
ways of
it be.
understanding how sex works.
No, but my main point was trying to tell him that him bringing up the Bible was not. I'm trying to tell him that.
Okay, that's not a topic. That's not a topic anyway.
Yeah, that's not a topic.
To go back to what I was saying, right? Bro, your example lost me. I'm back to my reality, right? I would like to believe, right, sex was just meant for us to reproduce and move on. But the way life is fucked up, we're out here fucking around. Like, I wish I could just use it just for like, let me get married, you know, get kids and move on. This thing of like, oh my gosh, I'm sleeping with him, sex is good, I'm in love with him. Those are temporary feelings, man. You'll get bored of that. You can't go for 60 years having orgasms.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, how do you get tired of having sex, right?
You do get tired.
What? People have sex till they die, bro. What are you guys saying? Oh God, I'm so done with this argument. I'm so done. People have sex till they die. I'm saying that you get tired of having sex.
That was married for like 60 years and still
having sex. What do you
He's not saying you're not going to continue having it.
He said when
but it's not going to be compared at the beginning. It's not going to have the same type of excitement.
Because it's more magical,
right?
Sex itself is not just activity.
Exactly.
It's the feelings, the emotions.
Exactly.
I think this topic is too deep, man. It's too deep with
You
someone.
guys are basically making sex off the first 3 months of when you guys get
Having sex, like I'm talking about the
feelings. It's the imagination.
Even be more in love with the person after that.
Can I just
Can I just say his point? I agree with his point. His point reflects on how he values sex. Even if it's 3 months, if I don't value sex where it's like, oh, it has to be 99.9% or it has to be 50%. I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna try to enjoy it, but it's not gonna define everything. It's not gonna be as exciting because I don't have it at that level where it's like this dictates my relationship. His opinion reflects that. He would rather concentrate on other things than sex being a defining thing for him.
Yeah, he's not treating sex as an individual entity.
Am I right?
I think like what
you told me right. You just imagine, right? With guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the shit I'm saying right now, I don't do it.
Well, that's me.
No, I have a point. There's so much stuff we should be doing but we don't do.
Yeah, you're right.
That's how I believe sex should be like. You know what I mean? Like.
And you know you cannot be like that. That's what we want you to.
No, don't lie. Don't say it can't be like that. There's a lot of women out here.
Women, okay. Women, not guys.
No, women. There's men and women who actually live a certain lifestyle. There's a little bit of them, like, you know, there's like probably 5% of them.
No, you can't be and say women. Women.
No, I'm not comparing myself.
Men and women.
I'm not comparing myself to women.
Majid.
Like, I'm talking about sex, right? Like, yo, if we all just base it on one thing, like just imagine like the world was like the first time you meet someone, you don't really want to sleep with them, you just want to get to know them. You fall in love with that individual before you even had any sexual intercourse.
Yeah,
right?
that's how it should be.
Eh? Do you know how many marriages would stay or how many relationships would carry on? Because we nowadays
Our generation is so
I guess it's fucked up.
Can I say something real quick? Because like honestly, like you guys are just talking too much. Because I feel sex is very important in a relationship. No matter how you want to paint it, it is important. When you are 60 years in a relationship, it's important. If you're not having sex with your wife when you're 60 years in a relationship, you are basically giving yourself an option to go cheat. And you cannot deny it. You can't say you are tired of having sex.
But see,
let me finish. Unless you have an issue or maybe sex is not that important to you.
Yeah.
Also, like I feel you guys are only basing sex on a physical thing, like liking someone's body or maybe the physical
The penetration and the whole.
Yeah.
I don't get it because
That's not
I
what
feel
sex
like
is.
exactly. I feel like if you're having sex with
So
someone
that
for
you
the
see
first
where my
time-
99.9 is.
Oh yeah,
If you understand that deep level, nobody will ask you.
No, because she's making sense.
I'm feeling this. Making a lot of sense.
Yeah, go on, Jemima.
Finish, man.
Because I have something to say.
I feel like if like before me personally, before I get into a sexual relationship with someone, like I have to really like you, or I have to see something that I like in you, or we have to have talked, or like we have to be vibing, right? So
Yeah.
when we have the sex, it feels really good. I feel like just having physical sex is only going to take you so far in a relationship.
And maybe
that is where like you know the whole like communication and all of that. But how can you communicate and how can you do all of those things or have emotional feelings if you can't do that shit during sex?
Can I just say something?
Does that make any
Wait,
sense?
Yo, just answer that question.
You cannot communicate during sex. How can you?
I just have one-
Then what is your whole communication on buying groceries?
Can I say
or-
something?
That's a very big question. How do you communicate your love?
I know what she's trying to say, but for me personally, I can still communicate with you. Like for me,
Why do you kiss your partner first off?
Oh man.
You know, that's part of
Why do you kiss your partner?
can I just
That's how you communicate your love. Why do you want to hold your partner? Why do you want to have sex with your partner? That's how you communicate. That's the only way to communicate your love physically. No, calm down. Wait, hold on. Wait first, hold on. Everyone's been talking, I didn't say anything. Why you doing your face like that? This thing I was talking, I didn't say anything. Why you doing your face like that?
She's just expressing. She's just expressing her surprise. Her surprise. That's all.
I've been quiet since here. I want to talk to game man.
No, I don't think she is. She's just expressing her surprise and
Me too, I'm expressing myself too.
yeah, which is fine. Which is right.
Like, we express ourselves.
So,
like this whole thing, I feel like sex is very important in a relationship because of the main factor of like
Communication.
that is the only way you can physically show your love to like so you can show your love to anybody by giving them gifts.
you just a physical.
But can you have sex with anybody that you want to show them love? Do you get me? Like you love your parents, are you going to have sex with them?
Sex is not love. You gotta fuck that up.
yo. How about the hookup?
Like for me,
Oh my god.
no, sex is. I get what you're trying to say. Sex
No,
is
can you
more
don't get what I'm
sex.
trying to say because
Well,
I've
I
not
get-
finished what I'm saying. So you can't get it.
Okay, finish.
Finish.
Let him finish.
Mine's angry. Why are you angry?
Like no, don't say anything. I was just
Then
like
finish it.
Everybody interrupts everyone
Finish
now.
it. You were
It's
interrupting
okay.
before.
It's just finish it.
It's cool. Chill.
Why you
Everybody
angry, bro?
chill.
go.
Okay, go ahead.
Yo man, like that's the only way you can physically like what's it called? Communicate your love. Yes, sometimes sex is not all about like emotion. But that's where in a relationship, that's where it doesn't last. If you're having sex and like that bond is not there, you can be showing love to somebody and not be having sex. I feel like something will be missing there. You can be having sex with somebody and not be showing love. That's why something will be missing there. But when you bring that two families together of sex and love, I promise you like that's what makes relationship last. Look at it, based on facts, most relationships that last, they have sex 5 times a week. They have a lot of sex. That's big
Even when
facts.
she's in the kitchen.
So,
That's when you
so
enjoy
what does
the
that
sex.
tell you?
When she's there, you go
What does
there.
that tell you? So it's actually facts. Look it up.
So, because you've answered a question, I'm just going to bring up a question for you. So you're saying that there's a lot of things that comes with sex, not just the physical aspect, emotions too, right? Is that true? And you said that the first thing that comes first is like getting to know the person, etc., right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Getting to know the person first.
Yeah, getting to know the
Then my
person, the
guy-
personality of the person.
Then,
A lot of things about
when
the
you are
person.
saying the relationship, your quote unquote, in our relationship, sex is 99.999% important. You're saying 50-50?
Now, she said very important.
You're saying 50-50. It's very important, but knowing the person is equally as important, right? That's what we have been trying to say this entire time. But you, my friend, you said 99.99% in a relationship.
I even
So
have a question.
when you,
Okay.
when what sparked this entire conversation is that statement. That statement in placing sex at an utmost importance. Then you have nothing to fall back on. That's what he's been trying to say. Is when we have in a relationship, that was our defining factor.
No, my point is not sex should be the
So
defining
are you
factor.
saying-
I think I make myself clear.
Wait, hold on. So
Can I?
If I'm not clear,
wait,
after
I
she's
just
done,
finished.
I can come again.
So what you're saying is that it's not just hold on.
You always come when it's
Hold
exciting.
on. So you're saying that sex in a relationship, sex is not the defining factor, right?
No, it's
Right.
not all about. I told you guys that
So,
there are other things that we have looked at, right?
change because it's
Okay,
our words.
paraphrase
It's
mine.
paraphrase.
You know,
So
let me
it's
say
not-
one
because
thing.
when you say
One
in
thing.
our relationship, 99.9, you have already generalized everything.
I said that,
No,
didn't I?
you didn't. When you say in a relationship, the first thing that
Didn't I say that?
Bro, he said
From the beginning.
99.9. And
No.
every other thing is on his
You're
rope
like-
himself. When he
Yo.
brought himself and said to you guys that what's it called? That probably what he said 99 was
You also said that I would have looked
and he
at all of
corrected
that
himself. Yeah, and he said that by himself. So why we still
I'm
going
talking
back
about
to
somebody that wants to
99%?
we all agree.
Okay. Let me go back
I'm
to
talking
mine.
about somebody I want to spend the
So
rest of
we-
my
we
life
have-
with.
so we
I
have-
have to get up to, even if I don't get up to 90, forget it. 90, both of us should get up to 90 above. Forget
So
it.
you're saying-
I'm saying 90 in the sense that when I see her in the kitchen, because of the last memory, oh boy, I'm telling you, that will give me
Can I say
ginger.
something?
You know,
Not 90% of the
That's not 90%.
You're thinking about the emotion.
The sex itself has to be 90%, not in a relationship.
Okay, I got your point. Now I acknowledge your point, and your point is valid. Probably maybe the way I put it at the beginning, you guys didn't get it.
No, I told you take it back.
I'm not gonna take it back because my rating is still my rating, but I'm just going to paraphrase my.
Say the sex has to be good. Just say that.
No. Okay, the sex has to be good, well, but I'm saying my point at the beginning was in a relationship, for me, which is still what I'm saying, having put into consideration every other factor that is very important to me. That's my point. And I said those factors include the person's character, the person's belief, things that will make us be able to live together in peace. Having put together, put into consideration all those other factors, then I'm rating sex